Good Monday morning day. Good Monday morning to everyone. Oh, that was funny. Oh man. I hope everybody had a decent weekend. Lots of things going on in the world. Lots of things going on. But that's not what this video is about. People can check into that themselves if they want and research that stuff themselves. Um, this is what's on my heart this morning. This is what I'm going to share with you all. Title of this video is Make It Right. Make It Right. And I guess you could maybe call it a plea. I guess we'll stick with that. Because if anybody's been watching like my last, I don't know, 4 or 5 videos or whatever, a lot of it has had to do with so-called ministries out there. People that had or have safe havens that have, or unsafe havens, we could probably refer to it like that, and basically people that have fleeced the flock, and some continue to do so. Some are getting the message and they're beginning to offload their supplies that they've been hoarding for a very, very long time. And hopefully it's because, well, I don't know what their reasoning is. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they know that Hangman's coming from the gallows. Maybe they have a change of heart. I don't know. Not for me to say. My instincts tell me they're scared. And that's good. Because fear can be a great motivator if it makes you do the right thing. But the problem here is, even though people may be offloading supplies, giving them out to the homeless, giving them to the people that need them, that they've been hoarding in their warehouses or their pantries or their shelves for who knows how long now. And even though they may be, like I said, getting rid of the evidence, so to speak, and that will benefit others, like, baby formula, things of that nature that people can't get now unless they want to pay a really high price, and there's shortages on that people have stored in their warehouses and on their shelves. And so that's good that certain so-called ministries are offloading things, getting rid of things. That is good. But here's the problem. So far, I have found that nobody wants to make amends with their victims. None of these so-called ministries or unsafe havens or whatever, none of them want to make amends with their victims. They might want to ease their conscience and they might want to stay out of prison, but nobody wants to make amends. I encourage you to make it right. I really, really do. Because, put it this way, the investigative partners are relentless. They are relentless. And I'm going to tell you why they're relentless. The victims here that I'm referring to, for the most part, are women. Some of them are women with children. And women have a nurturing capability, as we all know, like the mama bear type thing, where they want to protect children. And the kingpin, specifically, could be endangering children. And that's why I can't comment any further about that, because that investigation is well underway. And when it comes to endangering children, you got a problem. So the mama bear comes out in the women. Their nurturing instinct, their protective instinct. And hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And like I said, a lot of these victims are women. The investigative partners, are women. And, wow. When people want to stand up for their rights, they want to stand up. when they've been victimized, then things can get done. Now, ultimately, the Father's going to take care of all this business. Ultimately. Even if nobody does anything, the Lord will take care of it. Everyone will be exposed. Everything will come into the light. It'll all come out eventually. But I believe that we do have a responsibility if you've been victimized, and if you want justice, you want to seek justice in this whole thing. Like in Luke 18, where the widow goes to the like I referred to in the last video, the unscrupulous judge that fears not God or man or anything, but she wore him down because she wanted justice. It's like, fine, leave me alone, I'll give you justice. People have to be like that. If you want justice, you're going to have to be like that woman, that widow in Luke 18. And sometimes when I make these videos, I think to myself, oh man, because I go back and I review it. I'm like, should I post this? Should I really put this out? The majority of the time, there's a few times I take things down. Sometimes YouTube takes them down. But there's a few times that I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. And I won't post certain things. I'll delete the video or I might even put it on the back shelf for a while or something. The majority of the time, though, when I go back and I review it before I post it, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I need to put this up. And a lot of times you get confirmation whether you ask for it or not. It was pretty interesting because yesterday morning I listened to something that I don't always listen to, and I wasn't exactly sure why, but I tuned in to a particular broadcast, and I wasn't exactly sure why. I thought I knew why, but I was wrong. The reason that I think I was told to listen to it was not only to get information that I didn't have previously, but mostly it was confirmation on my last video, because when I talked about, the widow, going to the judge, the parable from Jesus, I didn't know exactly where that was in the Bible. But when I listened to this message yesterday morning, it came right out of Luke 18. And at least the beginning of the message was talking about that. Read it straight out of Luke 18. Confirmation. Confirmation. See, God cares about justice. He's just. He's sovereign. He's holy. Question is, do we care about justice? So if you've been victimized, do you care about justice? Do you want justice? I mean, you could look it up for yourself. You could go to FBI website, tips.gov, FBItips.gov, I think it's called, or just do a little research yourself, and you can make an anonymous tip. You can report things directly just like that, or contact whatever state you've been victimized in, the location of this ministry or what have you, where you've been victimized, contact their Bureau of Investigation. Or maybe you just go to your local sheriff's office. I don't know. But people have a choice. See, I've been a victim in my life, and I don't stand for it. I have a very strong sense of justice. God built me that way. He created me that way. It's like it's in my DNA. So when I see a wrongdoing, I try to make it right if I can. And which is why I got involved in law enforcement and security and and everything else. Good portion of my life, because I want justice. I like justice. Micah 6:8 is one of my favorite verses in the Bible. What does the Lord expect of you, O man? Love mercy, seek justice, and walk humbly with your God. So as much as it pains me to be the one that might be responsible, for lack of a better term, of putting this major black mark on these ministries, because it just makes us all look terrible, makes us all look horrible. It's got to be done, because I'm sick of fake Christianity. I'm sick of hypocrisy. I'm sick of cowardice. And I'm sick of getting lumped in with people like this. I hate it. It's embarrassing. It's a joke. So I guess you could say from that aspect, I kind of take it personal there because I've been duped too. Not victimized, but duped. Lied to, led to believe that somebody was something that they weren't. Almost to the point of even interviewing them. That would have really sucked for me. You know, and it makes you mad when people you think you can trust do nothing but lie to you. And they seem so sweet and so kind and, and just so loving. Puke. They're manipulative. They're evil. They've used and abused people. They've taken advantage of people. They've taken money that was supposedly given for a good cause and used it for their own selfish means and purposes. And they've hurt a lot of people. And eventually, if they don't get it right, give everything back, make it right with their victims, make amends, come clean, stop being so damn defensive, and just admit that you are wrong, and you need to get it right, and stop it. Just stop it. Maybe there's a chance you escape prison. Maybe there's a chance you escape God's judgment. Maybe. I don't know. That's between you and him. And for those that say, well, again, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Ongoing investigations. It will come out eventually if these people don't come clean. And I don't care if it happened 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. Yeah, there are a statute of limitations in certain things. But a victim's a victim. And most of the time, statute of limitations go up to about 10 years. So if you've been victimized basically within the last 10 years, you can still make a claim. You still have a claim. You still have credibility to report to local law enforcement. So don't think that, it was too far away or it was too long ago. And for those of you victimizing people, don't think that, this happened 2 years ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago, so I'm in the clear. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. See, when you're a police officer, they make you study constitutional law as well as state law. And I remember a lot of this stuff. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, there are statute of limitations on certain things. But for the most part, especially when you're looking at things like, investigating so-called hypocritical, cowardly Christian ministries, you better believe the government's going to chomp at the bit at that, man. I mean, they're already investigating Perry Stone, like I said, and I'm sure much bigger names. Hillsong's pretty much toast. And I'm sure most bigger names, a lot of bigger names are going to go down here soon too. So, don't think that, I'm small potatoes, they won't mess with me. You better believe they are going to mess with you. You better believe they're going to thoroughly investigate you. Because they want to make it, they want to destroy Christianity. And a really disgusting and sick thing is, we all get lumped into the same category, which makes me want to puke. But it is what it is. So the best thing for you ministries to do is to come clean while you can. Stop with the foolishness. Stop with the lies. Stop pretending like you're innocent when you're not. Stop it. Some of you have destroyed people's families. You've caused divorces. You've hurt people badly. You've destroyed reputations. You've taken other people's hard work and claimed it as your own. You're a thief and you're a liar. You know who you are. So this is my plea. Come clean. Come clean. Like I said, My investigative partners are relentless. They are. And I mean that in a good way. They want justice. And they are smart. Man, are they smart. And they've got experience. And man, do they have their ducks in a row. They take notes like crazy. And they file everything away. This could get huge. I mean, big time huge. If you people don't come clean while you still can. Make amends. Repent. Ask for forgiveness. Go to your victims. They will probably forgive you because if they're truly Christians, they have to. And they will. But you got to give it back too. You got to give it back. Give back what you've stolen. Get back what you've taken from God's people. Do the right thing. I'm not saying you have to do it publicly. Go to them privately. You know? Whatever. Publicly would be best. Boy, that would take a lot of guts. I don't think any of you have any. But do it privately. Do it privately. Whatever it takes. Make amends. Make it right. Do what you have to while you still can. I hope everybody has a great day. Great Monday. Remember, this is the week of Passover, and it doesn't end till the 22nd, so I would be on high watch. I would be on guard. A lot of things happening overnight. A lot of things going on today already. I'm not going to get into all that. I'll post some things on my community page as I can. There's a lot of things going on. Lots of stuff happening. Be aware. Be ready. You know, it's very possible we could have major events go down between now and the end of Passover, the 22nd. So just be as ready as you can be. Man, what a perfect time to come clean, to make amends during Passover, and to, ask for forgiveness. Beg for forgiveness, I should say, and just make it right. All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.